There you go. The storm moving in. So, get these birds, man. They're everywhere. Singing a song, eating this tree alive over here. It's like Alfred Hitchcock, the birds. So yeah, today I thought they were dropping bombs over there in Ocala. I hear this big boom. Connor lives over there. I haven't heard from him, but they had a horse in a hyperbaric chamber in Ocala, and that baby blew up, man. Leveled the whole building over there, and you could feel it over here. We're about 40 miles away. These birds are just going crazy. Crazy. Some crazy weather coming in. Supposed to be in the 30s. It's about 75 right now. What do you think, Missy? Is it gonna get cold? Birds everywhere. So we're gonna go out here and do some work in the garage in a little bit. I gotta go get something to eat first, so. Hey, come on, get out of the cat food. Well, that's cat food, not dog food. Here. Now you can have all you want. And there's the pretty pregnant cat. Ooh, yeah. Prego. Crazy cat. So that cat, funny story, got in the house the other day. Did I tell this story already? Yeah. I think I did tell it. But the crazy cat there got in Andrea's room, and Hans is holding the mattress up and went under the bed over the mattress and did a burnout on Hans's head and clawed him up pretty good. So we got all our bolts sticking through the rubbers now, and fixing to get that heater channel bolted down over there tonight. So it's looking pretty good, and I need to get this edge prime tonight, so that's my goal. Get a little edge primer on that before it gets too cold, and epoxy it, and then we'll be ready to weld it up. I want to get some epoxy primer on it before I clamp it up there to weld it, so I don't get rust all over it handling it. So that's it. Just thought I'd show you those crazy birds and the crazy weather we're having. And yeah, so there's the rubber, looking good. And it looks like he's got his strips made for the back here. You gotta glue those down. And yep, that was sort of a kit. It doesn't come pre-cut. And that's where we're at. And I have to go get something to eat because I feel like shit. So I'm feeling really good. Hopefully when I eat I'll feel better. And we can get out of here and make this happen tonight. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm doing. I came home and took a little nap after doing that little silver job, and yeah, extremely worn down. So it's all catching up. Had somebody ask about silver. Yeah, they wanted to know about how to lay silver out. So I'm gonna find a silver car Monday or something, and we'll do a silver video. But silver varies from brand to brand, you know. A lot of it's how you reduce it. You can over reduce silver and it can cause you some trouble. And if you under reduce it, you know, it can look grainy. So it's one of those colors that's sort of tricky to do, and you just have to I like to put the first coats on light and then, you know, progress a little heavier. But it's just personal preference and getting the hang of it. Oh, man. I had trouble with silver up to about 2 years ago. And, you know, I'd spray one and it'd come out fine. And then I'd do the same technique on a different car and it'd have streaks in it. And it's a very aggravating problem because it doesn't always show up in the base coat, you know. And I found that a lot of times what happens is with silver is if you don't wait the proper flash time and you think it's dry and you hit it with a clear real hard, it can make it move around and model. And if you think that's the problem that you're having, one easy solution is to put down some 500 blending clear, or base clear is what we call it. MPV 500 is what ours is called. And let me see. Where's that? That's MPV 500. It comes in gallons or quarts, and you mix it 1-to-1. And this is a base coat clear. Is basically what it is. Some people call it an inner clear. A lot of guys that do artwork will lay it down between colors. That way if your paper bleeds, you know, it's always on top of that clear, not your color, and you can sand it off. And it also works good for doing silvers and golds. You can put a coat of that on before you start and it'll fill the scratch, if you have any scratch. And then you can also lock your blend edge down with it. And I found that if you take some of that 500 before you clear coat it and just put one coat of that down to lock the silver metallic down, that really helped my problem out. So I have a tendency to hammer the clear, and I was putting the clear on so wet that it was, you know, wanting to reactivate the base coat and moving around. So the 500 eliminates that process. You know, it keeps the silver from getting wetted. Is that a word? Wetted? Re-wet and moving. And I guess a lot of it's the gun too, you know. So if you got a gun that doesn't have a real good air cap on it, it's not breaking the silver up, that can be an issue. So we'll do a little video on that. And then somebody wanted to know how I painted this hood, so we're going to do a video on that. I have 2 bumpers that I need to paint for my bus. They're going to be the carbon fiber look. And this is a very easy process to do. This car has a special effects pearl over the carbon pattern. You can make it look much more like carbon fiber. The dash in my bus is just awesome. But basically, in a nutshell, we'd spray our black down, and then we'd take a piece of our non-skid cabinet material. And it's very important that you don't get too close to the edge when you do this. But, you know, a bigger piece would be better. But you take lay your black down, and you'd spray your silver through here. And you'd move this down, staying away from the edges as you followed it down. That's why I said a bigger piece would be better. This one was done like this. You can see the patterns through it. Basically, you just, you know, you lay your black down, you lay your silver down. If you really want to make it 3D, you can shift this a quarter over to the side and do a graphite box next to the silver box. And then the third step would be to bury it in the black candy. And the more you bury it, the more deep it gets and the more it looks like fiber. The bus dash is just about perfect as far as the look, you know, the carbon fiber look. I'll show you guys that when I maybe get it over here this weekend. But I'll definitely, excuse me guys, sleepy. Hungry, happy, sleepy. But anyway, or sleepy, what is it? Happy, hungry, sleepy. Happy, hungry, sleepy. Anywho, we'll definitely do one of these carbon fiber videos because I need to paint a gas door lid for this, and it's carbon fiber. And then I might do the deck lid the same way because it needs to be sprayed. And Andrea will be driving this car anyway, so she's wanting to drive the Bug. I see the lines in my camera again. Hopefully it stops that. So I know it likes to do that, and usually when it starts doing this line thing, I have to go in and empty the file out and it'll stop it. So I don't know how that works. Not a computer guy. I know it's a hard drive in this camera. And yeah, it seems like when it gets full, it wants to do the line thing. So I don't know. So that's the carbon fiber trick on the hood. This is a special effect pearl on it. And by special effects, let me see if I can show you some of this stuff. Let me put my hands on it. These are the pearls. These are sort of pricey, but it's a killer effect. It's FX series. And this stuff is just bad to the bone. It looks like heavy metallic. You know, if you lay it over the right color, and when you get it in the sun, that's what this car has it all over the top of it. And I believe it's Arctic, or it might be Scarpus. This is Scarpus here, and it's a really cool effect. So we'll start spraying some of that stuff. Maybe we'll start doing some of those candy videos and some special effects stuff and stuff like that. So, you know, we'll do some of that stuff. And yeah, so if you guys want to see stuff like that, let me know. Just put a little suggestion there, and I'll be glad to do that stuff for you, because it's sort of fun to do that and take a break from the, you know, the everyday stuff. So, and that's where we're at on that. So Tom will be here next week to clean my cabinet out, get some of this stuff out of here, and that'll give me some more cabinet space. That's going to be really good. And I'm looking forward to seeing Tom and working with him. He's going to hang out with me for almost a week. I'll see Tom, so that'll be really cool. And I know a couple of you guys have visited, and it's really cool when you guys come off the computer into the real world. You know, people say that YouTube isn't real, and that the people you meet are just on the computer. Well, I've had the fortune to meet 3 of you guys now in person, and well, I will. Tom will be the 3rd one. I got to meet Musty One, really nice guy, really cool guy. Didn't get to spend a lot of time with him, but we rode around for the day together and we hit it off, and he's a real cool guy, and you know, it's just like we're old time friends. Took him down to Scooters and we had a good time together, and yeah, and I got to meet Adam's Eye, and his girlfriend Jessica, really good people. They came to stay with us. And the YouTube suite. And the YouTube suite's under construction right now, but Tom said he'll sleep anywhere, so we'll probably put him in the fireplace room. And Hans is working on the ceiling in the YouTube room, putting a new ceiling in. So that's where we're at on that. But yeah, so I've met a lot of cool people. And I'm going to meet Steve here soon, Astro ZZ3, and I might just personally hand deliver his fast unit, or I might mail it. You know, I want to get it to him as soon as possible, but I'm looking forward to getting up there to Fort Walton Beach or the Panhandle up there where he's at and meeting him, because another really cool guy with cool projects. And so yeah. Matt, haven't seen Matt in a while. I'd like to meet Matt and Jim and Angel one day. Look at this primer, Matt. This stuff is just bad to the bone, dude. No shrinkage. This is the Poly Prime, or the Poly Surfacer, the G2 feather fill, and pretty awesome. I was watching a video on this. I don't know. I sent the link over to Matt. I hadn't really replied to me or not, but they suggested that you put etch primer down before you lay that stuff down. And I haven't put it over bare metal yet. I've all used it on that shark, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Even though it's sprayable Bondo, they want a adhesion promoter for the, you know, for the etch. But that's pretty good stuff. I wasn't real impressed with the way that it came out of the gunner filled, but I've since watched a video on the stuff, and they have feather fill, the G2, and the slick sand. They have 3 different products, and I think the one that I wanted was the slick sand. Would probably been the best for my situation. I think they were up to, stuff builds up to 6 mils per coat, which is incredible. The average primer is 2 mils per coat. So if you can't get it straight with that, you probably shouldn't be doing body work. So I'm looking forward to trying some of that slick sand. I was maybe going to get some of that from my Nova and hammer that with the doors and stuff on there. All right, let me go ahead and shut this off. Go get something to eat before it starts raining. And yeah, find something to eat in a little town before the streets roll up.